Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 8.2.3 Thorns Retaliate Loose Cannon Brutal Refresher and Made of Rubber. The defenders are going to be your Mangog, Phoenix, Punisher 2099, Rintrah, Hyperion, and ending up with America Chavez. The boss we're going to attempt is going to be a Nimrod, more on him later in the video. So for your path loads, Thorns retaliates with 15% physical attack back at you. And if you block the opponent's hits during a special attack, you're going to gain a Fury that will increase your attack by 75% for 20 seconds. And the one is going to be loose cannon, so the defender will start with protection passive that will reduce all incoming damage by 90%. But whenever the defender will use a special attack, the shield will go down for 20 seconds and that will help you out to do some damage. Now a helpful note here is going to be made of rubber, so for each debuff active on the defender, the attacker will ignore 25% of the damage they would take. So if you have 4 debuffs on the opponent, 100% of the damage will be ignored, and whenever a defender is knocked down, they will get a non-stacking energized passive, increasing their combat power rate gain by 25% for 6 seconds. So simply put, bring in your champions that have easy access to debuffs. So that is mostly going to be your science champions, and also you're going to have around 3 mystic champions, so they are the go-to champions that you can bring in. Other than that, there are also some cool options, like if you're gonna go for some of those cosmic options, you can go with Arcus, you can go with Medusa, Gore. All of these champions work really well. Or you can also go with somebody like Nick Fury, Elsa Bloodstone, or Black Widow Clairvoyant, depending what defender you're gonna face, so you can plan it out. But make sure that you bring a counter for America Chavez, and the rest should be quite easy to deal with. Your suggested masteries are very similar, your basic setup, but you can also use Resonate Mastery to apply weaknesses where needed, so that will also help you with an extra debuff on the opponent. Both ouchies and non-ouchie setup will work. Ouchies will shorten the fight length for you, so it depends on you if you're gonna run the path with them or not. So again, champs with debuffs, the more debuffs will return more damage on the defender and make the path fight shorter. So Nimrod, we're gonna take him out with the long shot, so let's jump into the path, guys. The first fight is going to be against a Mangog. Now I am going to use a Spider Ham here first because he has class advantage, and secondly I need a champion that can apply quite a few debuffs on the opponent, because for every debuff applied, 25% of the Thorns damage is returned back to Mangog. So if I have 3 or 4 debuffs at a given time, I can return back 100% of the damage. Another one is Retaliate. You will notice I will try to block the hits from Mangog, because for every blocked hit during a special attack from the opponent, I gain a Fury on myself, and that increases my damage and helps me defeat the defender much faster. One thing though, with Mangog, remember when he gets up to 10 raid charges, he's going to go unstoppable, so make sure that you have an SP1 or an SP2 ready to throw at him so that unstoppable can be removed. Also, the protection that Mangog has, it will be removed for 12 seconds whenever he uses special. So try waiting in out specials as much as you can. If you can block the hits to get the Retaliate Fury, that is great. Otherwise, you can just take him out with simple your parries and 3 to 4 hit combos with an SP1. Now this path has many different champions with different class groups, so I am going to use my team as 5 different classes. Ideally you should go for your science champions, because 3 of the 6 defenders are going to be mystics, so that will help you out. There is a Phoenix here on this path. I'm going to use a Nick Fury. I'm going to stack those bleeds. Once I have enough bleeds on her, I'm not going to take any Thorns damage, and I will return everything back to Phoenix. Now what I like to do here is to build up to an SP2, and when she will drop an SP2, I will block it, and look at those Furies that I get. That is because of the node Retaliate, and then I can throw my specials here, and look at that damage just melts away. So again, wait for the special attack first. That will disable the protection for 12 seconds. Block all the special attacks so you can get Furies, and all of those debuffs will help you not take damage and return the damage from the Thorns as well. So with the right champion, the path is really fun, and you can take her down quite easily. Right here again, you see the protection. I'm doing reduced damage, so I'm gonna wait for her to throw a special now. Now the protection goes down for 12 seconds. This is where I can kill faster and reduce the time on the fight. Right there, 3,500 criticals. 6 debuffs, so that is returning all the damage back to Phoenix, all the Thorns damage I'm supposed to take, and ending up with an SP2. Next defender is going to be a Punisher 2099. Now, you is a tech champion, so my go-to champions would be any cosmic champion with a lot of armor breaks. And I brought in a Cosmic Ghost Rider just because it's a lot of fun to play and you can do a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. So there's already an armor break because Punisher is a villain champion. I'm waiting for the SP2 that will remove his protection and also give me all the furies because of blocking all the hits. And now I am good to throw my SP2 right on him, and look at that damage starting off once I have all of those armors. And just like that, he's all down, and with the basic attacks I'm able to kill him. 216,000 heavy hit, and he goes down. The next defender is going to be a very tanky and beefy cow, that is Rintrah. So you need to bring in a champion that can not only deal with his charges, so you need a champion that can do a regular knockdown, but also with his regen and all of his shenanigans. So my choice is going to be an Archangel. You can also use somebody like Mr. Fantastic. You can also use somebody like Human Torch. But remember, you need more debuffs. The more debuffs you have, the Thorns damage is reduced and is returned back to Rintrah. And also, whenever he will use a special, the protection will go down, and that's where you can come in and do all of that extra damage to him. You can also choose to block the special attack hits, because for every blocked hit you're going to get fury that will increase your damage, just like that. And you can use it to your advantage to bring down the defender. But Rintrah is very tanky. It took me quite a while, but it was all about parry and heavy to take him down. Some other good options here can be your Spider Ham, can also be your Void, Mr. Fantastic. All of these champions, quite a few easy access to debuffs will work well. You can also use Captain America Infinity War, so different options are available. Next up is going to be a Hyperion. Now this is going to be an annoying and long fight. You can either go two ways. You can really burst him down with somebody like Cosmic Ghost Rider, or you can go the slow way that I've used, that is Mr. Fantastic. It's a much safer way. I am slowly building up to all of those debuffs. So I started off with all 3 debuffs active. Then I'm going to use my special 3s to really reduce his power gain rate, and with the constant power gains he will not gain any power once I have 3 of each debuffs. And then build up to an SP3 and start putting that damage into him. Now because there's already going to be so many debuffs, all the damage will be returned. One thing you could do is you can block the special attack hits, but it will be a bit difficult because with all the debuffs you're going to evade automatically because of Mr. Fantastic abilities. But then this is a slow fight but a safer one. But you can definitely use some other champions that will make the fight much more shorter and easier. like a Cosmic Ghost Rider if you do the right rotations with all the damnations, and if Hyperion is a little more cooperative in throwing his specials, you will be able to bring him down much faster. Some other options that can work here can be your She-Hulk, can be your Void. You can also use some Mystic Champions with debuffs, they can also work. So plenty of different options available. My choice was Mr. Fantastic. Final defender before the boss is going to be in America Chavez. Now she is one of those annoying defenders that if she keeps getting those powers, those SP2s are really annoying to evade. I am going to use a Mr. Fantastic again because I already have him built up with all of his pre-fight abilities. So I've used all three of them. So that right off the bat gives me protection against the thorn damage. And now all I have to do is to slowly build up to my SP2s and throw them out. And once I have all 9 of those debuffs, throw an SP3 and get that damage in with that passive fury. Every now and again, I can always go ahead and block the hits from his special or from her specials. So I can get furious with Retaliate so I can get more damage. But again, Mr. Fantastic is like a slow fight. You can use other champions as well that can do more damage. But as I had Mr. Fantastic, it's a safer one, so I went with this. But definitely there are some other champions I've mentioned on the right side of the screen that can do this much faster. So you can pick a champion that you like and you can go ahead with it. Also, a good deal with Mr. Fantastic is once you have all of those buffs or debuffs on the opponent, even if she's pushed to an SP2, if I don't evade properly, I will auto evade it as well because of Mr. Fantastic's abilities. So Mr. Fantastic is a really good option for this fight. If you have him, I would highly suggest to bring him in. The boss fight is going to be against a Nimrod. Nothing too difficult about him. Just use your regular nullify stagger champions and that would do the trick against him. I'm going to use a long shot. The only thing I need to take care about is Divine Barrier. That gives him nullify immunity for about 6 to 8 seconds. I will build up to my SP2 in the meanwhile while he builds up all of those buffs. And once that purple timer is gone, this is the go-to time. I'm going to throw my SP2 and look at that damage with all of those incinerate and nullify damage, and just rinse and repeat that. So just stay away during the phase when he's nullify immune because of divine barrier. And once that goes away, I just keep throwing my SP2 and I can take him out. And because of Mystic Mastery, I can get Furies as well on top of me. So Mystic Champions are the way to go against him. Right here, another SP2, and he is down to 30% already. So this is how you can take him down easily. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also leave a comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot and helps me grow the channel. Apart from that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day and I'll see you next time. Bye.